She's the one, a masterpiece. Close to the gods. She's the one, a masterpiece.
Hi, my name is Renaud Visage. I'm the co-founder and ex-CTO at Eventbrite, which we started in 2006. I've also been an angel investor since 2014. I have about 60 angel investments so far. I work with a couple of VC firms, Index Ventures in 2017, and Point Nine, which is a seed fund based in Germany, for about 3-4 years now. I left Eventbrite at the end of last year, and now I'm 100% focused on investments, a lot of B2B investments, but also a lot of climate tech investments, and that's what I'm focusing on at the time. I've always been a builder. That's since I was a child. I love building things, and I remain committed to helping others build, even if I don't do the building myself. I started my career as a civil engineer. I built physical structures. I was working on environmental remediation sites in the US. And that the physical world, I kind of miss a lot, having gone onto the virtual world and the web. For me, early stage investments offer me the best opportunity to be part of the process of molding these products and shaping them for later to be first built, then grown. And I can work with many companies in parallel, so I really enjoy that process. And now I'm dedicated my expertise building the company that I built myself for 16 years, from nothing to an IPO. I try to give that back and help others have the same journey through both my involvement as investor and board member. I think to curb climate change, the world needs to change in so many ways, like the way we produce, the way we consume, pretty much everything. If we're going to be less dependent on greenhouse gases emitting industries, we need to find replacements. And I think technology has always been the silver bullet for a lot of these transitions. That's what will, I think, in my mind, help us accelerate the transition to better ways. I think everybody is conscious nowadays that time is running out, both in governments, industries, individuals as well. Consumers are changing their behavior quite rapidly. But I think a lot of solutions just don't exist yet. So I think technology is what allows this to become real and the sustainable way to exist. And that's why I'm investing in that sector, because I feel it's going to be growing tremendously. And since we're talking about growth, that's exactly what I think we should focus on. I'm only seeing a small sliver through the decks that I receive on a daily basis nowadays, but I see an explosion in the numbers of creative talent that wants to join climate tech. People from existing successful unicorns, startups in the traditional tech world, people from corporations, governments, like everybody all of a sudden has a new conscience and wants to apply their trade to the benefit of the greater world. So that creates a unique opportunity, I think, to pair these people who have a lot of competency, a lot of experience in different fields, and connect them to the ones who have the solutions. Could be scientists in research institutions, could be software engineers who see a gap in the software offering right now to solve some of the climate problems that we have. It could be AI applied to industry. I think that's a vast underserved market at the moment. I think it's mostly an ID and funding question at the moment. There's a lot of new funds being started that are purely focusing on climate tech, and that's great, but we're still, especially in Europe, still vastly underfunded compared to our US counterparts. Most of the growth funds in climate tech are in the US. Bill Gates' Breakthrough Energy Venture, for example, has been around for quite a while. We really don't have these type of funds at the moment in Europe. We also, I think, have a lot of public funding that the US doesn't have. So that accelerates the early stage companies to bring their products to at least the phase where you can be tested. But after that, I think we need to build that financial capability. And I think there's a lot of public money that will go into the expansion once market validation has happened for these startups. But the talent definitely is here in Europe. The idea is we have a lot of untapped resources in universities, research institutions, especially around deep tech. So I'm very confident with the right incentives and the right financial instruments along the way to grow, that we can catch up maybe and catch up on the Americans and the Chinese in terms of technical capabilities. I'll be there. I have a panel about climate tech. So if you want to learn all about climate tech, I invited a few of the startups that I invested in, which are very representative of the movement of creative talent towards the space, but also how B2B businesses are going to be disrupted by the need to account for sustainability everywhere.